Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, and of course you're seeing on the screen right now the book, the famous book right now making the round, The King of Soca, penned by the famous Elizabeth Lady Montano. Good morning and welcome to the Now Morning Show, Lady. It's a pleasure to have an opportunity to speak with you. I know that you're very, very busy these days. You've been here, there, and everywhere, and you've done so much, Lady, and of course so many persons who look at you and say thank you very much for all that you have done, not just for being able to say that you are the mother of Marshall, Montano, and Marcus, but for all that you have done for others in Trinidad and Tobago and all around the world. We thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm flattered. As I said earlier, and I'm among the kings today.
We're celebrating International Men's Day on Sunday, but of course there are so many other conversations to be had. And Lady, you're making the rounds right now because we're talking about the King of Soca reading and pop-up at the Arc Co-Create Cafe in Tunapuna. It's from 6 to 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. Let's talk about that. You've been making the round, and so many persons are getting a chance to take a look at this wonderful work of art that you've had. I saw the story where Marshall said that he got a chance to read it because he was so busy, and when he finally got the chance to read it, he gave it a thumbs up. There's so many things inside there, Lady. It took a long time to really put this all together. Tell us about that.
Well, it started, I was doing my master's at the university, and I graduated in 2018. And my thesis was on Marshall, Monk Monty. And then I said, the pandemic came. Yeah. We had some time on our hands, and therefore I decided I'll take that time to adapt my thesis to a book, because it was very academic, but I wanted to share it with the man in the street. I wanted to share it with the academic, and I also wanted to share it with young people who I think have been influenced, motivated by Marshall, and I wanted to share his journey.
How does one document all that is in this book and compile it and say, okay, not that, we're going to go with this, we're going to go with that instead of this? How does one take the time to really put something like this together?
Well, first to begin, I had everything from the beginning, because I keep a very detailed archive. I have everything from 1982, come back, and even before. As I call myself here, I am the ultimate insider. So a lot of the information was in my head, and it was also recorded. And then I had editors who will say, no, Lady, this is too much, yeah. Or, so I had to choose.
How do you decide now, striking that balance, when you're saying, okay, this might be in terms of talking a little too much when it comes to the King of Soca himself, and there's no doubt he holds the title of King of Soca. And when you're deciding to choose the title of the book itself and the content that is inside the book itself, how did that all come together when you're doing that process?
Well, I did it from, as I said, Marshall's experience and who he worked with. And I thought that to do this, I wanted to cover the young, the not so young, and the greats. So it was sort of, I sort of embodied this in the different eras. And Marshall had different eras. So you had the very early years, and then you had the Whiner Boy, and then you had the HD, and then you had Monk Monty. So I then decided I'll do it in eras. Mm-hmm. And in doing it in eras, I also did it with the people he worked with during those eras, and the different types of music. So I chose special things that I think people would be interested in. And then I started to cut down, it ended up 300 and something, which could have been 1,000 pages.
When you're looking at, for those who are looking on right now and trying to figure out from the conversation that we're having, they might be wondering, did Lady put some juice inside there also, and they get the latest scoop and things that might be unfolding in the near future? What about for the listeners and those viewing? What can you tell them about that?
The juice that is in there is the truth, right? I believe in the truth. Like when I was doing this thesis, I remember doing a presentation where somebody said that I shouldn't be the person doing it, or I shouldn't be the person interviewing Marshall. But I said, so then who? Because who knows Marshall more than the ultimate insider? And they said that he may not want to tell me something that he will tell a stranger. I said, they have it wrong side. Yeah. I said, because he'll tell me everything, and most things he wouldn't tell you, so that I will share with you those things that you wouldn't know. And again, I studied in university early, and I became a guidance counselor, right? And I know how not to deal with emotion, how, yes, we are all subjective, but to be objective, and I share the truth. So that when people are looking for all the juicy gossip, they wouldn't really find that, but they will find the good, the bad, the unfortunate, the failures, and the successes, just the truth.
And, you know, I'm thinking that, Lady, International Men's Day just around the corner, and you have raised two strong, brilliant young men who have taken the world by storm, and now you're raising grandchildren and showing them the stories of life. You know, what has that experience been like for you, when you look at it now from where you sit looking back?
Well, with the children, because I have more influence on my children than grandchildren, when people ask me, oh gosh, lady, you must be proud that your son is a big entertainer and your other son is a big pilot. You know, and I always tell them, that's not what I'm proud of. What I'm proud of is that the values, the core values that Monty and I inculcated in our sons, I see them manifest in them as men. And that's what I'm very proud of. And I look every day, and sometimes when I point it out to them, they say, lady, so who you think I get it from? So, but I feel very proud. I see, for example, like Marshall is taking a very academic turn in his life, and he learned that from Monty and myself. Yeah. You know, Marcus is very detailed and very logical. He learned that from his father. Yeah. You know, they're very funny, not from me, but the father. But when I look back at these things, these are the things that I feel very proud of, and I could say that we were good parents.
And I would also, and I'm sure a number of persons would agree with that. And for those mothers, parents who might be looking on right now, hearing this story that you're sharing, lady, what words of encouragement you would like to give them to maybe speak to their young men who may be going along the right path, and to those who might not be going along the right path, because I'm sure you had some challenges to deal with through the years, and that might be also documented in this book. What can you share with those persons right now?
The important thing in life is foundation. So that sometimes as a guidance counselor, when we look at teenagers and we say, I don't know what to do again, and you know, it is difficult because you should have done this in the foundation years. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you say the child too young. The child is never too young to learn. They may not grasp what you want, but you're sure that they will learn something. So I want to tell parents, they have to really groom their children, nurture their children from very young, and also set the examples. Don't tell your child, don't smoke, don't drink, don't go out, don't lie, but then they see you doing it. Yeah. So you have to set the example, and from a very early age, and make sure you're getting those core values. Well, and everything will be cool.
Well, lady, I want to thank you very much. It's on this Saturday, the King of Soca Reading and Pop-Up Shop at the Arc Co-Create Cafe in Tunapuna from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Is there also a number that persons may be able to call for other types of information?
Well, the information is online. So you will find it on my page, which is Lady Elena, and you could find it on the King of Soca page. And I think the number is there. I don't know it by heart, but if you can't get on to that number, I am always open. 382-7032.
And I know that Ruckus is standing by to get his copy signed also. And you look lovely. Lady in red.
Thank you very much. Trying, you know, last week I was 73.
Well, congratulations and happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
And I also wish you the very best for the season.
Thank
and congratulations, and also all the best this weekend.
And
also.
all the best to the men. I hope that they will have a very great day on Sunday.
From your lips to God's ear. Thank you very much.
You're most
Of course,
welcome.
We're going to take a break, come back with a whole lot more. You're watching the Now Morning Show.
From the heart,